everybody. I'm just going to continue on with what Larry was talking about. We're going to do the same scenario. I still got the two balls, so you can kind of see what my hands are doing. And we have the line to give you guys kind of a visual of us shouldering in or leg yielding down the rail. So you can see, what Larry did exactly on the ground is exactly what I'm going to do under saddle. And now you can see how the horse reacts. So what I'm really thinking about as I go down is putting that weight to the outside, having the horse follow me to that outside, and having him follow that outside rein. I make sure I don't push with that inside rein, and I don't do a lot with that inside rein. It just really helps my horse stay in the bend. So as I go down, if I just ride forward and straight, just like Larry did, is my hands just go forward, and they just go between the aids. My apologies for the balls. I'm not used to riding with them. But if I ride forward, if I ride straight, now if I ride, he just runs into my hands and he'll go straight. Now, when I come down this time, I'm going to do a little bit of a leg yield or shoulder in down. So I make sure I turn my shoulders. Well, my whips go with me. Now, if I have my outside hand here, this whip is still going in that direction. And I go in that direction. I go down the rail. If I loosen it, and I turn both of my hands in that direction, the horse should turn. But now as I turn, now I engage that outside rein, keep my shoulders turned, but now the outside rein carries my horse down the straight line. So if you watch, whatever my outside rein does allows for the horse to turn or carries my horse down the rail, and my weight. Because right now my weight is to the right, having my horse go down. You can see my left rein isn't doing much. What my left rein does, and I'll start over, I'll let him get a little forward again. I know, buddy, good boy. What my inside rein does, or what my left rein does, if my horse is going down and I turn, and I'm going to make him do this, if I turn, he's bent. If he doesn't use those hind legs, I can then bring my left rein out, and you can see that brings the hips around. But it goes out, it doesn't go in. Because what I want you to see, I'm going to do it this time, is I want you to see if I try to push my horse with that inside rein. Now I'm going to go the other direction to give this horse a break. If I use, now it's going to be my right rein. If I try to push that horse over and go down the rail, look at his head position and look at what his rear end is doing, and look at my position. If you notice, one, he's overbent at the base of his neck. He's not bending in the ribs, and he's not engaging that hind end. Now I'm going to go away from you, and I want you to see what his hind end is doing is in correlation with his front end. Now all I'm doing is pushing him over with that right rein. So if you notice, look at that hind end. He's not really stepping under. But now I'm going to come back on you. If I let this right hand just turn, now you see my whip, it kind of comes out, and this left hand actually carries, and I'm going to put a little bit of weight to this left side. There, now do you see that rear end engaging or doing something a little bit more? I'm doing less with my hands, and now the rear end is actually giving me a lot more. He's giving me a lot more. Good boy. I'm going to loosen up my reins a little bit, let him move a little bit. It's all about my hands and where they're going with it. If my hands are bent, my shoulders bent, but this can still guide my horse into whatever direction I want. If I try to push my horse over, you can see what he does. He puts all that weight on that right front foot. Now he can't step on underneath with the right hind leg. It's all about where his weight in the direction that we're going and what rein is he going into. So a couple key things to remember is, what is my outside rein doing? Where is that taking my horse? And then where's my weight taking that horse? What direction is my weight taking that horse? Because I can be in a bend and I can put my weight in this direction or this direction. You just have to remember, horses want to stay underneath you. They want to go with you. So those are a couple of key things to think about when you're working on going down the rail in a leg yield or working on shoulder in.